To tip or not to tip? Is tipping really necessary? Billy and Fanny are having a discussion at a restaurant. This meal was good and the service was great. I love my roast beef. We should leave for our server a big tip. How big? Oh, at least 20%. Customers should leave nice tip so servers can pay their bills. Come on, Fanny. They make an hourly wage, but customers' tips are considered part of a server's salary. The restaurant's salary isn't very high. Well, it shouldn't be customers' responsibility to pay servers. Keep in mind, they chose to work here. He knows what the pay is, but he also expects to get tips for good service to make his salary higher. The way I see it, we have already spent a lot of money on this meal itself. I don't see a need to pay more money. Well, don't you think that good service should be rewarded? I think that we should get good service whether we leave a tip or not. As I said earlier, server already get an hourly salary, a very low one. If you take away tipping, you run a risk of losing good service. I don't think it's fair to feel guilty for a customer if they don't want to leave a tip. Seriously, what if the service is bad? Billy, you know tipping is part of the culture. You can't not do it. If the service is bad, leave a smaller tip. But most restaurants still encourage customers tipping. A tip isn't guarantee good.
是动词，不会用 even。
A tip doesn't guarantee good service, but it helps. And servers often have to share their tips with other employees. I admit you make a good point. However, tipping can also create conflict. What do you mean? What if a server makes more money on tips than another server? Of course, it's going to happen. If a server provides better service than another server, he should get bigger tip. Well, sometimes customers tip him more if they like what their server looks. How's that fair? It's really appropriate. It's inappropriate, but there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I'm not going to leave a tip. I think our service was that great today anyway. Well, fine, I will leave a tip for both of us.